always that I'm hearing about women should do this shit, men should be doing this shit, and this is the problem and all that. I get it. Everybody has a position to play. Everybody naturally knows the position they supposed to play. Now, if something abnormal is going on, whereas though we gotta change shit from where it was, then y'all let me know. But most of the time, it's like it's a position. You know what I'm saying? Is this a position? But the men versus women, everybody's important. Of course, women is important. They birthed the nation. I think that might be the most important job. You birthed the nation. We literally here because women have babies. You understand that? Men is a part of it, but the women is the incubator. You can put the recipe together, but if you don't know how, if you can't cook that shit or if you can't bake it, then it's no good. So we know women is the anchor. So, and we know the man he's responsible for protecting that baby inside and the incubator and the whole situation so the women could be safe. Yes, women could take care of themselves. Yes, they say some weird ass shit like one of my license went up. The weird ass shit like a motherfucker have a baby, but that's kind of abnormal. I just think that is a natural position that you don't have to talk about. That's being played that people is distracted from. Just let your natural instincts kick in. If your natural instincts is to say, somebody breaking in the house and the woman natural instinct, go down, Johnny, go down there and see what happened. And Johnny go down there and defend the house with his life. That's just a natural reaction. If a man hit on a woman and everybody in society say that shit is wrong because physically they not on the same level, that's just what it is. It's just a reaction. It's just a normal reaction. Some shit you don't even gotta think about. Now, as far as the women working and doing shit like that, yes, you can take care of your woman, and if you want that kind of household, I'm all for it. I might like that kind of household. The next person might not like that kind of household. There's no clear-cut way to go with this. All throughout history, women have been working. Women have been working all throughout history. Male lions don't even hunt. They sleep 23 hours in a day. They only get up to mark their territory and to say and to protect they women and the clan and to eat. The women go hunt. So I don't like if they want to work and do what they gotta do, that's your arrangement that you have for your own personal situation. It don't make her no less disrespectful or no more disrespectful. It might, but you have to check your situation. Asian community, the women work, but they still respectful most part. It doesn't have nothing to do with nothing cultural. I'm just using the Asians as an example. Shout out to them. But these is all good examples of situations where a woman could work and still not be disrespectful. I'm hearing a lot of men say that they gotta be in the household. Now that might make them submissive. It might do. It might works for you. It might work 80% of the time, 85% of the time. But we still have 15% that it might not work for. So if it don't work for you, let it work for you. If y'all both sharing the tasks and the duties and y'all fine with that, let it work for you. This is a time where though you cannot follow a blueprint. Now you might can follow an old blueprint, but all the old blueprints I'm getting is the women was working. Even if you're working in the house, you're still working. Everybody's still working. So whatever arrangement you have, even if she's staying at home, she still is working now that I think about it. So my thing is that don't get wrapped up into it. Just respect each other as a man and a woman. And then y'all can respect each other as people. But first y'all have to respect each other for who y'all is. It don't matter whether it's, I don't care what it is. The respect part still gotta come in any type of relationship. Any type of relationship, the respect gotta be there. If the respect is not there, the love and respect, and I'm gonna tell you what it takes. Biting your tongue, not saying everything you think all the time. Because you're in an emotional state sometimes. So you might not be thinking about what you're saying. So when you're in an emotional state, try not to make a rash, try not to think, try not to make a decision. Now what I do is if I'm in an emotional state, shout out to my mom and getting back to that generational situation. See, I worry about my mom. So I can get a little emotional. But when I'm in that emotional state, you make bad decisions. Take yourself out of that emotional state. You gotta woosah, do whatever you gotta do. But the disrespect is only gonna make the relationship messed up. But this man versus woman stuff, y'all know that a female boxer is it's not right for her to get in there with a man. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. So it's like, okay, certain things y'all know not to do. Y'all pushing the envelope on a lot of stuff. Let everybody, listen, you free to do what you want and do stuff. But come on. Yes, it's some special cases out here of women that can physically beat a man. But most percentages, and you can't lie, say that a man is physically stronger. So therefore, we have a law that's really in place. Like, okay, yeah, if you hit anybody, that's wrong. But especially when a man hit a woman, it don't even feel like it's a natural, right thing to do. That's why they made it a law because we don't go by morals no more. But we know that shit is not is a lawful. Certain things is just what it is. But the relationship, I just think everybody's important. And it's like everybody got a position to play. But it's like, okay, boom, it's just traditionally. I ain't saying that a man take the trash out and a female do the dishes. That's how it's supposed to go. But if it happens like that, you see what I'm saying? Normally men, we get our hands dirty, we rugged, we used to dealing with, disposing of stuff, trash, doing that. Women can do it, but we used to get in our hands, that's just the tradition. We used to get in our hands dirty. So we gravitate towards taking the trash out. That's why it's like kind of, and the woman, she used to fixing shit. She used to, the symbolically, she used to cleaning shit, making sure shit is right, putting stuff away. So naturally, back in the day, when you talk to grandpops and all that shit, it was like, but the men do the dishes too, but naturally, she's the cleaner. She's the flower of the house. She runs that shit. She runs the pride. She commands the pride, let me say that. But the man is the overhaul protector. So she's able to run and operate in her fashion, doing what she has to do. Now, don't get it wrong. She will attack when you fuck with her cubs or you fuck with her family. That's what makes her more ruthless and more motherfucking spookier than anybody. But his job is just to overall protect so she can focus on doing what she got to do. And if you think that I'm saying something wrong, let me know in the comments. But, you know, you can't do shit without a queen. You can't do, there is no kingdom without the king. That's why he's the king. And that's why she's the queen. Only one that can deal with the king and even make the king change his shit up, or can get the king to succeed to something, is the queen. Best to believe that. A lot of them kingdoms and wars back in the day, a lot of them was won and lost by the air, by the whispers, and the advice, and the strategies. Believe me when I tell you, they ain't come from generals. They came from them women's. They came from them queens that was at that bedside at night. That's where them. That's where them. That's where the humility. That's when you seen them kings and queens. I believe them kings when they conquered them kingdoms, and they probably let them people go and did certain things and didn't do certain things. The good parts of it, if it is any good parts, probably was a whisper of a queen, because she the only one. Now they can go crazy now and have like a hateful nature, but she the only one that can give life. So she might have a better understanding on how to preserve life. You see what I'm saying? To preserve life. So not all of them. Yeah, some of them. But talking about the real ones. The really ones, the ones that they probably in bad situations and all that shit. But I'm talking about the real ones. They gonna always know how to put them whispers in the king ear at night, so he can be efficient and be right. He can sleep with many women, but that queen gonna set him right. So all this shit about the men and women, everybody's important. Everybody got a position to play. And we need to stop comparing and saying everybody will fit in a natural place if they just shut up and just let the energy flow. Let the vibrations flow. Once the vibrations flow, then you get in tune. Once you get in tune, you start, that soul, your soul start to touch. So wherefore you ain't even gotta, she always gonna know what's going on before you even know what's going on with yourself. It's quite a few of them out there that can uplift a man to his highest degree. That's the best person, though. It can't be no debates with that.